The highest intensity method using the Morpheus zone-based interval training system is what we call Red Max intervals. Now, as the name implies, the goal here is to get to maximum heart rate, and that's going to be the top of the red zone. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to do a thorough warm-up. Anytime you're going to max heart rate or max intensity, you want to make sure you're thoroughly warmed up. But we're going to start right around the middle of blue or so, and we're going to go anywhere from 90 to 120 seconds, or even slightly longer if that's what it takes to get you up to the maximum, i.e. the top of your red zone. A couple pointers here, you want to make sure you're using an exercise where it's possible to get to the maximum heart rate. Now, if you're seated, it's going to be a bit harder. You're probably not going to hit a true max, but you should still be able to get close to the top of the red zone. If you are sprinting or doing a sports-specific exercise where you're upright, you're going to have an easier time getting to the maximum. The other thing to pay attention to here closely is your technique. All right, as you fatigue, it's important not to let your technique go completely down the drain. You still want to maintain good body position, good body awareness, and good overall movement quality to prevent any sort of injuries occurring as you reach those high levels of fatigue and intensity. So we'll go, he started off, he's towards the top and the blue here. We'll give him 90 seconds or until he hits his red zone, top of the red zone. We'll just give him one rep here to allow him to get the most out of this. And then normally we'd repeat that. Okay, so go ahead and go maximum. Okay, you'll see again, it'll take usually anywhere from 40, 60, 90 seconds, sometimes slightly longer to hit that maximum. Your first rep's always going to take the longest period of time to get there. You'll find that reps 2, 3, or if you do more than that, will take you significantly less time. So you can see here, he's starting to climb in the green zone. As you're starting to fatigue, again, reinforcing good technique, good movement quality is a really important thing to manage and prevent injuries. And it's also just good technique to learn how to be able to do that at higher levels of fatigue. So you see he's closing in the top of the green zone. He's still got plenty of time left to hit that top of red. We're gonna go ahead and keep pushing as his heart rate climbs. You'll see here again, top of the green zone, about to cross over into red. More and more fatigue comes in, that body's wanting more and more oxygen, heart rate's going to keep spiking and keep going up there. And you can see now he's hit the red zone, the bottom of that, and you will see it keep climbing. Now again, because the bike is a seated exercise, it'll be a little bit harder to hit true red. We'll see if he can get to the true max, we'll see if he can get to the top of his red zone. You'll see there he's in the low 170s, and sooner or later you'll find that he may peak out, or he may be able to keep going, we'll see. All right, we'll give him 15 more seconds, see if he can hit the top of that red zone. You can see he's obviously getting close. And let's go 5 more seconds, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And 3, 2, 1, okay? Now in this case, you can see he got very close to the middle, towards the top, but he wasn't able to get the top of the red zone, and that's likely because he's seated. So again, if you were in a seated position, bike or rower, your true maximum heart rate will be much harder to reach because of the body position. If it was a running exercise or sports-specific drills where you're staying upright, he'd have an easier time getting the top of that. Now you'll see if he did reps 2, 3, or anything beyond that, he'd probably hit a bit higher, but your maximum heart rate is limited by your body position. So the goal here, like I said, somewhere between 90 and 120 seconds. Get all the way as high as you possibly can. It doesn't always have to be the top of the red if your body position doesn't really allow for that. But we're just trying to develop the maximum capacity of the body to deliver oxygen. We are stressing the aerobic energy system to its full potential, and we're going to have a very high effect because of that. Now, as far as rest intervals, anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes, sometimes longer. It can be a slow, active recovery like this, or it can be completely passive. But your goal here, again, is to be able to repeat this, anywhere from 2 to 4 reps at maximum. And this is not something you're going to have to do very often due to the high intensity, the high fatigue levels. Once, maybe twice a week at most for a few weeks is all you're really going to want to incorporate these Red Max intervals into your program for. But they are incredibly effective when you do them effectively and when you manage your program so that they don't cause overtraining. They can be an incredibly powerful tool. So again, that's Red Max intervals. Is the highest intensity method in the Morpheus zone-based interval training system, and it's the icing on the cake to push your intensity or push your aerobic fitness and cardiovascular conditioning to its limits.